Hello my friends, welcome back to How We Rose Cook. I have some guests here and today I'll be cooking them some Jamaican style breakfast. For protein we have 2 tubs of chicken liver. For vegetable we're going to be making some steamed callaloo and this will be served with some fried dumplings. Liver is also delicious with boiled green bananas and boiled dumplings, but today we're doing fried dumplings. All right, so keep on watching. First thing I'm going to be doing is cleaning this liver up. You know it needs to be cleaned up. There are some little fatty parts that needs to go, and also the gallbladder. This will make your liver bitter, so we're going to cut that off completely. So that green part that you see on the liver, that's what I'm talking about. The gallbladder, it has to go. All right, this is the only part that I use. I don't use the heart either. If you're that person that likes the heart, you can go ahead and keep it as well. And I'm also cutting off those white fatty stringy parts of the liver. That's a connective tissue. We cut those off and we discard it as well.
Did not, yeah, there's a bunch of things, so we need a schedule, so let's keep that.
Okay.
Right now, there's an internal regroup today to discuss next steps.
Okay.
Yeah, you can add customer journey on there?
Yes, for sure. We'll bring that back on here.
Now for that very crucial part, you gotta rinse your meat, and I'm using a lime or you can use vinegar, whichever one. Yeah, but it has to be rinsed. Now I'm gonna give it 2 rinse and then we're gonna go ahead and season.
Involved and figure out where hours are going, value add for those communications, that just push this. Well, and I think you get ahead and start thinking of timelines. And
Now to season, it's up to you whatever powdered seasoning you want to use. I'm using some Creole all-purpose, some dried herbs, and as well as some black pepper, and of course some green seasoning, some fresh blended green seasoning.
weeks is also a vacation that week. Deliverable perspective that Maria, I think we should.
Now once this is seasoned, I'm gonna go ahead and set it in the fridge until I'm ready to cook it, and we're gonna move on to prepping our fried dumplings. I have here my 4 cups of flour. I'm gonna go ahead and add my baking powder, my salt. If you have been followed me for a long while and you have seen me made fried dumplings, you know that sometimes I do use milk to knead my flour. Sometimes I use water, and sometimes I also add milk powder when I'm using water. So today I'm going to be adding my salt, baking powder. I'm going to add a little milk powder in there, and I'm going to be using water. And I do add a tablespoon of sugar. It doesn't make your fried dumpling sweet, I promise you, but it does balance off that acidic taste from the baking powder. So if you want to use it, you can. You don't have to. And then I'm going to use a tablespoon of butter. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and knead. And of course, you know that you can keep your fried dumpling as simple as possible, but I promise you this one is absolutely nice and delicious. It's crunchy on the outside, soft and fluffy on the inside. Someone was having a potluck and they asked me to make the dough for them. I made the dough and they fried it the next day and bring it to their potluck, and everyone keep asking, so I had to make some more for her. So yeah, this is just one option that you can try out if you have never made fried dumpling this way before. All right.
Like, this is probably not the best, like, case to kind of pass that on, but fully hear you. And I think that was part of Carolyn's, what she said.
I think these are all good suggestions for moving forward. You know,
Maybe the patient's options, what is it?
so this is recommendable. The skipper percent.
So your dough should be nice and soft. It shouldn't be sticky, but it should be nice and soft. I'm gonna go ahead, cover it with a damp paper towel, and I will just put a kitchen towel over it until I am ready to fry my dumplings.
Doing the position to now have two options that they can consider for their patients, like bigger coffee, to be honest.
So what why?
Totally, you can't do this. OG, this is like.
Now moving on to my veggies. I'm gonna go ahead, cut up my bell peppers, onions, Scotch bonnet pepper, thyme, scallion, bell peppers, and tomatoes, all that good stuff. We're gonna use those in our liver and in our callaloo. Alright, so now let's head over to the stove. So as you can see, I have one pot for my callaloo, one for my liver, and I'm gonna go ahead saute my veggies. You wanna release all those nice flavors, but don't let it burn. So make sure that your stove is turned down to medium. So I have here some callaloo. I had it in the freezer so that it stay fresh. I just rinse it through the strainer and then I add it to the pot. I do like a little color on my liver, so of course I will be adding some browning on it. So once it starts cooking, you can see the color that it has already, because I did add like a quarter teaspoon of browning on it. So I just turn up back the heat, and once it's fried down, you will see the color, and from there you can go ahead and adjust it. So liver doesn't take a long time to cook, so we're almost there. I'm just adding some powdered seasoning to my callaloo, adding some all-purpose, some black pepper, and some of my same dry herbs. So everything is looking good so far, smelling good. And liver doesn't take a long time to cook, so we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add my remaining veggies and add just the tubs of water, just like a little bit of water, just so that you can have some sauce, but do not pour too much water on your liver. All right, so the meat sauce is just a little bit as well, because you want to keep that liver flavor. You don't want to your liver to be tasting too saucy, and that is one reason why I won't add any ketchup to the liver. If you want, you can add ketchup, but you don't want to change the taste of your liver too much, so don't add too much ketchup. All right, so yeah, just gonna give this about a minute or two, and then my liver is done. So I'm gonna prep for my fried dumpling. I have a plate that I dusted with flour, and now I'm just going to pinch, tuck, roll, and place on the plate. Just prep it before I move over to the stove so that everything can move fast. So this is just my way of testing my oil. Everybody have their different method. I just pinch, drop a piece in there. And as you can see, the dumpling spinning, it's not burning. If you drop a piece in there and it's changed color immediately, that means the oil is absolutely too hot. You can see it takes the time and it floats up to the top, and you know that the oil is perfect. Now I just turn it down on medium heat, add all my dumplings, and then you can pump up, because after adding the flour the temperature will drop, so you can just go ahead and pump up at the heat. All right, so here they are coming out nice and golden brown, and they were so soft and fluffy on the inside, and you know you have a perfect fried dumplings. As you can see, I these ones I roll them and I press them out. The baking powder will let them rise up back, or you can just use your palm to turn them into a ball and drop them in the pot. So here it is, it's all done, and it was absolutely delicious. One of my guests, she's Guyanese. So when I asked her, do you eat chicken liver? She was like, yeah, we're from the Caribbean. So yes, we do all eat the same things unless we're allergic. So yes, it is done and ready, and it is nice and fluffy on the inside, and it's absolutely crunchy on the outside, and it was just perfect. This is absolutely one of my favorite Jamaican breakfasts, apart from roast breadfruit and saltfish ackee. And it's so versatile. It can be lunch or dinner as well. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. And do go ahead and give the video a thumbs up if you like it. And also leave a comment in the comment section. I really appreciate every single one of you for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. All right, I don't take it for granted. So enjoy the rest of your weekend, stay safe, show some love, and I'll catch you in my next one.